Kevin Duckworth died tragically at just 44 years old, but his story is really about the full measure of a man who brought joy to an entire community and became one of basketball's most beloved figures. Born in Harvey, Illinois on April 1st, 1964, Kevin Jerome Duckworth grew up in a working-class family that shaped his humble personality that fans would later adore. He showed early athletic promise at Thornridge High School in Dolton, Illinois, where he set scoring records at the Illinois State Holiday Classic tournaments, giving the first glimpse of talent that would eventually captivate an entire city. Kevin's college years at Eastern Illinois University from 1982 to 1986 were spectacular. He led the EIU Panthers to the 1985 Mid-Continent Conference Championship and earned tournament Most Valuable Player honors. His dominance in college was complete in record-setting. By graduation, Kevin held the school's all-time career records for rebounds with 872 and block shots with 123, while ranking as the sixth highest scorer in program history with 1,589 career points. These weren't just numbers, but represented 4 years of consistent excellence in leadership. His college coach, Rick Samuels, who was deeply affected by Kevin's later passing, explained Kevin's true value perfectly. Samuels noted that Kevin was one of his first really good players, a guy who helped legitimize the program's transition to Division I basketball. This reveals something crucial about Kevin's character from the beginning. His value extended far beyond statistical achievements. He was a pivotal player whose presence elevated the entire team's standing and reputation. This early experience, where his identity became linked to a developing program's success, established a pattern that would follow him throughout his professional career. From the start, Kevin was someone whose personal impact was just as significant as his on-court production. Kevin's NBA journey started modestly as a second-round pick in the 1986 draft, going 33rd overall to the San Antonio Spurs. His rookie season was quiet, with Kevin coming off the bench and getting limited playing time. Most second-round picks fade into obscurity, but Kevin's story was just beginning. Everything changed when San Antonio made what seemed like a routine trade, sending him to the Portland Trail Blazers in exchange for rookie Walter Berry. This trade happened because Berry was reportedly struggling to get along with his coaches, creating an unexpected opportunity that would transform Kevin's entire career. The timing couldn't have been more perfect. When injuries sidelined both Steve Johnson and Sam Bowie, Kevin was suddenly elevated to the starting center position in his second year. This turn of events became the launching pad for one of the NBA's most inspiring success stories. The results were amazing. Kevin's production skyrocketed in ways that shocked everyone around the league. In his second professional season, he averaged 15.8 points and 7.4 rebounds per game, a dramatic improvement that earned him the NBA's Most Improved Player award in 1988. This wasn't just a statistical improvement, but a complete transformation from bench player to legitimate NBA starter. His success continued building momentum, leading to all-star selections in 1989 and 1991 that proved he belonged among the league's elite centers. During his 1989 All-Star campaign, Kevin reached his statistical peak, posting career-high numbers of 18.1 points and 8.0 rebounds per game. These numbers placed him among the most productive centers in the entire league. Most importantly for his legacy, Kevin became a key starter on Portland teams that reached the NBA Finals in both 1990 and 1992, cementing his place in Trailblazers history forever. If you're enjoying this incredible story about one of basketball's most beloved players, make sure to subscribe for more amazing NBA stories that celebrate the human side of the game. Some basketball observers dismiss Kevin as just a serviceable player, but this completely misses his true value to those great Portland teams. Kevin wasn't supposed to be a singular superstar, but rather the perfect piece for Portland's loaded roster. He possessed a soft shooting touch and reliable mid-range jumper that forced opposing centers to step away from the basket, creating space for teammates to operate. His imposing wide-bodied frame made him formidable on defense, where he worked as a clogger who was incredibly hard to move out of position. While Kevin wasn't a prolific rebounder himself, his primary contribution was boxing out opposing centers just by taking up so much space on the court. This allowed more athletic teammates like Buck Williams and Jerome Kersey to secure rebounds and create fast-break opportunities. Kevin understood basketball wasn't about individual glory, but about fitting perfectly into a team system. He thrived because he knew his specific role and excelled within it, showcasing his value through incredible synergy with his teammates. During Portland's 1990 finals run against Detroit, Kevin averaged 15.6 points and 5.6 rebounds while shooting 51.1% from the field. In their 1992 finals appearance against Chicago, he contributed 9.3 points and 6.8 rebounds per game. These performances on basketball's biggest stage proved Kevin belonged with the sport's elite players. Unfortunately, Kevin's peak began fading in the early 1990s as his body started breaking down. Following his second All-Star selection, his on-court production gradually decreased. During the 1992 NBA Finals, opposing teams found ways to exploit his limitations, and his performance continued declining throughout the subsequent season. This decline culminated when Portland traded him to Washington for forward Harvey after the 1992-93 season. In Washington, Kevin's struggles became painfully public and were tied directly to his deteriorating physical condition. He battled significant weight problems during his 2 seasons with the Bullets, issues that became impossible to hide from media scrutiny. During the 1994-95 season, with his weight reportedly exceeding 310 pounds, Washington suspended him indefinitely for failing to maintain good physical condition. The suspension became a public spectacle, with reports indicating he needed to lose just 11 pounds to return to the team. Kevin's response revealed how deeply this situation hurt him personally. In a public statement, he accused Bullets general manager John Nash of trying to humiliate him, showing this wasn't just about basketball anymore, but had become a source of profound personal pain. The suspension indicated a deeper, more personal crisis that Kevin was fighting privately. His accusation about being humiliated proved his physical challenges had become a source of intense personal distress and represented a complete breakdown of trust with his organization. This public battle demonstrated Kevin's inability to cope with constant scrutiny and physical demands of professional basketball. The suspension became a crucial turning point in his life story, creating a direct connection between his public career decline and the deeply personal health issues developing behind the scenes. After Washington, Kevin's career entered its final stages with brief stops in Milwaukee and Los Angeles. Injuries further limited his playing time, and he completed his 11-season NBA career with the Clippers, retiring after the 1996-97 season. After retiring, Kevin settled back in Portland, where he remained an enthusiastic outdoorsman enjoying woodworking, fishing, and hunting. He explored business ventures, including a construction company in Northern California, and partnering with former NBA player Kermit Washington to open La Slam Sports Cafe in Vancouver, Washington in 1996. The restaurant went out of business and closed in 2001, showing how difficult it can be to translate athletic success into business success. Kevin eventually found his calling by returning to the Trailblazers organization as a heritage ambassador, representing the franchise on community tours and youth clinics across Oregon. This wasn't merely a job, but a reconnection with his identity as Duck, and a way to channel his charisma and popularity into helping young people. His post-retirement life was a human story of trial and error, searching for purpose outside basketball, which he found by embracing the community that had always adored him. On August 25, 2008, Kevin collapsed in his hotel room in Oregon while in town to host a free youth basketball clinic. He was just 44 years old. An autopsy found he died from hypertrophic cardiomyopathy with congestive heart failure. The medical examiner said his pre-existing high blood pressure had contributed to an enlarged heart that had been failing for some time. Here's the crucial truth about Kevin's story. His death wasn't simply because of his weight. Hypertrophic cardiomyopathy is often a genetic disorder of the heart muscle. Kevin's sister Francine revealed that both his brothers and father also died from congestive heart failure, proving a strong family history of heart disease. Medical research shows that while this condition is genetic, lifestyle factors like obesity can make it much worse. Kevin's weight struggles were likely accelerating his underlying heart condition. Even more tragically, congestive heart failure itself causes rapid weight gain from fluid retention, creating a terrible cycle where his failing heart contributed to the weight problems that plagued him. Kevin's story isn't a simple warning about weight, but a complex tale about how genetics, lifestyle, and professional sports demands can combine in hidden ways. His weight issues were a symptom of a deeper genetic medical condition. When Kevin died, the basketball world poured out grief and shock. Coach Rick Samuels called him like a son, while teammate Jerome Duckworth talked about losing someone who was in your family. Trailblazers president Larry Miller said Kevin would be remembered as one of the warmest and biggest-hearted people to wear the uniform. The team and Oregon Community Foundation created a college scholarship in his name for students in Oregon and Southwest Washington. Portland honored him by wearing memorial stripes on their jerseys. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell to join our community celebrating basketball legends who made lasting impacts both on and off the court. These tributes, which often called him beloved and a brother, prove his popularity went far beyond basketball statistics. Kevin's ability to connect with people was constant throughout his life, from legitimizing his college program to his role as a community ambassador. The lasting memory of Duck isn't about his statistical peak or career decline, but his genuine character and the huge impact he made on every community that embraced him. His story reminds us that even celebrated public figures can face unseen struggles, and that true legacy comes from how we touch the lives of others around us.